Hello, I'm here, nobody else is. All alone. Paddy is unloved. Oh, there's a like already. Happy days. Hello, Noel. How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, there's four of you in. Great. Lovely to see you. And very happy Sunday afternoon to you all. This might be a little bit shorter today. I've got my daughter and her husband down and a couple of grandkids. So you'll hear noise in the background. Don't worry about it at all. Gosh, these are all there. Great. Thank you for those who have already clicked the like. Razor's Edge, Roland, lovely to see you. If you got any new knives, throw them up now and we can maybe chat about the new knives you got this week. Anybody who's got one, who's been lucky enough. I don't think I got any new knives this week. No, I don't think so. I did last weekend, Monday, maybe I got Monday. I got a couple of lovely knives off Justin. Sacks, I may add. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Hello. All right. Yes. How you doing? It's really nice to see you. I recognise the name now. Lodge number 9. That's on Instagram, isn't it, Chris? Jared, how you doing? So anybody got new knives? Stick them up. Let's see what you got this week. Johnny, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. I'll enjoy your company. Just got the Kaiser Cat Shark. Love it to bit. That's still a little small one, isn't it? Like a wee stocky one. Very nice looking little pocket dropper, that one. I've got the only thing I can have that's this is a CH knife. It's a wee stubby one. Lovely little full grip knife. Really nice. You can get a sneak up on the choil. Nice wee knife, but I don't have many of them, to be honest. Just on Coffee in Hand, UK PK HH edition, the Heine Haynes edition. And I've had that, an absolutely fantastic knife. Absolutely fantastic. Hello, Andrew. How you doing? You're more than welcome, folks. Lovely to see you in here. I'll not sort of start. Yeah, being on Etsy has changed its stance on selling. Chris, Etsy is just a blooming nightmare at the minute. They really have wrecked our knife sales over here in the UK. You know, for places to go and find out old traditionals, like, as you know, I do. Absolutely destroyed it. You nearly better go on Instagram and doing it on there. Putting them up for sale. Then there's another group that I haven't got the blooming name. There's another group. I'll give anybody that's on here that's sold on Etsy or buys Etsy. There's another Facebook group, and it's for buying and selling. And I'll put the name down below in the description. I've forgotten the name of it. It's fantastic, and the sales seem to be good, fair. There seem to be a good crowd of people on there. I haven't heard any really bad reports, but I'll put the name down in the description, Chris, if you want to give it a try. There's lots of selling going on in it every single day. William, how are you doing? Really nice to see you here, mate. And Jersey, good morning, or good afternoon it is here. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I was just explaining to people there, I've got my daughter and her husband just came down, grade B unassisted, so I don't destroy my grade. Roland, I'm glad you did. It's great value for 24 quid. You couldn't go wrong with a twisted assisted seconds. Absolutely great. Yes, there'll be a bit of noise in the background because of grandkids down, my daughter and husband. Might be a wee bit shorter this week. I might finish at about 2:45, if that's all right. The other thing is to say, the women's England football team are playing Germany this afternoon at Wembley in the final. So I want to get cleared all up for this and then go and watch the final. So that's my excuses anyway. But once you all get here, I've got some really super news for me and the two fellas that I do the podcast with. Great news this week. And we really enjoyed doing the first one. So we're going to make it maybe a fortnightly to start with, because we're all three of us are really keen. We enjoyed the first time. We enjoyed the response you gave us. So we're going to be doing that once a fortnight-ish. We can't really put days on it. I'll try to get a steady day, but we're going to be working. We're going to be inviting knife makers, company owners, or the lube manufacturers. We're going to be inviting as many people as we can. And we're going to try to get a blend of foreign, i.e. America, Canada, Australia, whatever, and UK knife people. So I want to have that blend so that all my channel gets a different opinion of what it's like where you are and how to buy knives where you are. And who are the people that I recommend? Because anybody that comes on the show is somebody that I want on the show because of who they are, and I like them as people. You know, I don't do a whole lot of, I don't take a whole lot of orders now from people who just want to promote their product on the channel. The people I choose to come on the channel to promote for, I fully back 100%. And to me, that keeps me right, because I know I'm sending out good vibes to you by giving you good dealers, good makers, good custom makers. So if I don't like them, they'll not be on the channel. I don't mean that in an insensitive manner to the easily upset people out there. Paul, good afternoon. Byron, how the devil are you? My gosh, there's a good list of names, Byron. That gets it all out of the way. Howdy to you. So, do you want to hear the good news? Shall we start the good news? When I hit 20, I'm going to tell you the good news. And in the meantime, if you've got, Zach, how are you doing? When I hit 20, I'm going to give you the good news for the channel. And before that, if you've got any new knives this week, put them up there. Let's talk about them. Let me know what you think about them. Good news first, please. Okay. Rob. Hi, back, Baron. Hi, Baron. Good to see everybody here. Okay. The good news is, last week, and if you don't know, Zach, stop it, man. You're too nice. I never get to your channel to do it. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Zach's just on the super chat. It's down below if anybody wants to. It just goes towards giveaways and all on the channel. But the good news, let's get back to that. The good news is we done a podcast. Myself and two friends. They're not on YouTube. One's an Instagram seller. One's just a friend that I met through YouTube. He lives in the same town as me. Hello, Matisse. William, for goodness sake, man. Bill Bailey, hello from down under. You're very welcome, Bill. So we've done the podcast. Please go back and watch it. It was just last week. It was our first one. This was just supposed to be a trial one because one of us wasn't dressed properly for it. But it went so well, we thought, well, we'll just put it up and see if we can get the whole format right. Worked well. So we're going to start this week. I think Wednesday it's going to be. We're going to do another one. This is one without guests. It's just us again trying to work through the problems you have in doing them. So what I have got, though, I have got 4 guests willing to come on the program. And these are between knife makers, custom makers, CEOs of firms, lube oil manufacturers. That's the first 4. And then I'm just going to keep doing it to them. But also I'm going to alternate with people on my channel who are good subs, have been with me for a while. I know them. I trust them to come on for a chat. So they'll be invited on and we'll just have an extra person to chat about knives. Any topic that we want or the guest wants especially. So it's going to be very informal. It's not going to be a stat-driven, going into deep dives into knives. This is just blokes chatting knives. And I am so excited. It has completely invigorated me. And the first 4 people I asked to come on came on. I just can't believe that. So they'll be getting done over the next week or 2, and then we'll start showing them on the channel. I hope this is something you're going to enjoy. I know the 3 of us did. It was just a chat. But that's all you do, don't you, with friends? Toby, thank you so much indeed. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much indeed. What else have I got to tell you? Well, I haven't had many knives in this. I had a few in from Dan over at Bladebridge Limited in the UK here. He got me a couple of beautiful sacks. I've got them down behind me here. 2 of my favourites that he sent me. He sent me a few more. But one is this little Wenger. Absolutely beautiful. I have to do a full review on it. And the other one is a Cadet in Alox. I've never had a Cadet. So I'm going to review it because I've never had it. So it's new to me. And you will hear my view on it. So there's 2 that I've got. My carry for today is this cracking little flashlight that I also done a review on during the week there. It is an absolute, I'm trying to think of the blooming name of it now. 3-night. It's a 3-night Archer Mini. It's rechargeable. You just unscrew it here. Best little flashlight I've had in ages. So you just recharge it in there. Let me get it round. There you go. You recharge it there, and it just has fantastic. It's got 18 lumens, 405 lumens that steps down to 150 after 2.8 minutes. A cracking little knife, my favourite, and it's £26. And if you buy it on Amazon in the minute, there's another 15% off it. Cracking. Best little flashlight I've had. The one I've got excited about the most. And my carry for today is the number 74 GEC Mustang. One of my favourite knives. Drop point, which GEC don't do a whole lot of, but this is a full 4-fingered grip. It's a good size knife, 3-inch blade, but a good size handle. Just a fantastic work knife. I don't know whether anybody else has ever had the 74, 73. They're just super knives from GEC. Super. So that's what I'm carrying. If you want to tell me what you're carrying or what knives you bought, you're more than... Kenneth, how you doing? What's the flavour of your Vaden? It's strawberry, grape, and some other fruit. But it's not very strong, which I like. I'm not too keen on the really sweet ones. I've been smoking the same one. I'm a bit of a creature of habit, as most people will probably know. I've had the same juiciness from when I got this, when I started smoking these about 5 years ago. I've never changed. I tried a few other ones, especially the fruit ones, but I really didn't like. They were too sweet. This one is not sweet, and it's nearly the strength, the way it feels in the back of my throat. That's what it is, rather than the flavours, because after 5 years, I don't really taste it that much. But I do like my little vape, I have to say. I'd stopped smoking for about 5 years. Then I was going to smoke again. Then I went on to this, and I've never looked back. This is just lovely. I always miss that thing to do with your hands. So that's why I'm on it. So there you go. Any other vapors out there? Okay, question time. Open up the questions, and I'll ask as many as I can in the next half hour. And happy to show you any knives. I have all my knives out here. I'll just give you a wee quick look at what I've got down below. All my knives are out in boxes and in the drawers underneath my table. So whatever you want to see or you want to talk about, just let me know. Just let me know. And I hope you're all happy with the podcast. I can't tell you. Oh, just so excited. And there's a couple of people on here who I will be asking shortly, but I don't want to mention their names. Zach and Williams Knife Life, and maybe Byron, and just there's a few names out there that I'm going to have a wee chat with. I want them to come on the podcast as well. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, look, this is not going to be a rush and finished in a few weeks. We're just going to keep doing it. You know, I'm not particularly worried about getting the numbers in. This is my hobby. It's not a money thing. It's nothing to do with that whatsoever. It's just having a chat. And that's the joy of my channel. I'm not doing it for the money, so I'm not under any pressure. Toby, how you doing? I would love Zach. Zach, you're the man. I'll get in contact with you very shortly. But it'll be a couple of weeks. We're still working on the feeds and how it works. I'm technically blooming useless, as you know, but Justin, my friend, is the top dog, and he keeps me and Dan in check. He's the educated, good-looking, good living man that keeps the channel rolling in this podcast. He's not really. But I like to give him a wee lift, because he's the one we need. We can't do it without him, because I'm useless. What else have I got to talk about? You know, I don't normally talk about flashlights twice. This is Jersey. Thank you for Jersey Knife Guy. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. That was the other wee one I got, the Olight. That just, I don't know whether you've seen it last week or you've seen the video on it. This is fantastic. This magnet, watch this. It just jumps in. Great to have in a zipper pull, or, you know, on a bag, anything. Absolutely fantastic. But it only does about 40 lumens, which is enough to light up anywhere. So that's another good one I got that I really enjoy. But, you know, it's funny, you seem to go that way. Paul, how you doing? Carrying Grandad's old Lockwood Brothers GCTS penknife. Absolutely love Lockwoods. I haven't found one that's been in good enough condition to buy, because I'm starting to get a bit picky. You can buy all them old. I never fix them up. So I keep my eye out now for more. And now with the way things are going on Etsy over here, it's going to be hard to buy the older knife. William, that Olight is just so good. I don't know whether you've got one or not yet. You do like your Olights, but it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just a simple idea, but you don't want to pull at night when you got your nighttime walking with a dog, or even an early morning walk if you get out in the dark. You just pull it off if you need it. It lights and throw it back in. Toby, for goodness sake, thank you so much indeed. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Thank you for the super chat. Honestly, it really means a lot. Especially, I don't have a whole lot of extra cash. I did have for a while when my parents passed away, but that was a couple of years ago now, and it's all gone. So I'm back to pension and, you know, my little Navy pension. So this just helps. In fact, with what's in there today, I'm going to buy a new Rough Rider for the channel. So I'll do that on, well, I'll probably order it tonight. So I'll be here by midweek, and I'll announce it as the one that the channel that you bought for me. And once I review it, and I'll have other wee Rough Riders there. And what I'm going to start doing, I'm starting to give away my Rough Riders that have the big R on it. Nothing wrong with the knives. I just hate that big R. So I'm going to start buying ones without the big R and replace my whole Rough Rider collection. So when I do this one that I bought with the money on the channel today, I will give away one of my other Rough Riders to worldwide, open worldwide. There's no problem. I'll send it anywhere. Clementine, hello. Was it Clementine? You're very welcome, whatever your origin name is. It's terrible. Clemens, how you doing? Sorry. Norman, hello. How are you? You're very welcome. Please ask me some questions, because I'm stuck for gabble this minute. I do have one. If you slightly pull on the light, it will come on. Yes, it does. Yes. You just have to break that contact slightly, but the magnet keeps it there. I just think it's fantastic. But William, that through night, really, the Archer Mini, it's just fantastic. Have you any knife on the radar that you have been eyeing up for EDC? Yes, the radar. I've got the Jack Wolf knives coming, and I'm hoping it's going to be here sometime next week. That's the newest edition. But I'm also looking for the Ace, the giant mouse. There's a new fixed blade they've got coming out. It's got quite a long handle and a smaller blade, but it looks fantastic for use for EDC. And it's one that I would just slip in my pocket if I was working outside or up at the kids' houses or whatever. Well, I'll get a wee Kydex sheath for it, although I think it might come with one. But beautiful. I can't remember the name of it though. So that's what's on my radar as soon as they become available, because Fraymar Knives over here in the UK, they're the ones, they do giant mouse. They're the dealer for them, the main dealer. So if you want to see what they've got in stock, and they have quite a few giant mouse knives. I got the Farley from them, which is a UK legal slip joint. Toby, for goodness sake, Toby, are you sure that's... Toby, check that's not a mistake. Please check that's not a mistake. That is way beyond generous. If that's a mistake, there's no problem. I'll send it straight back to you. Please let me know. I'm sure it must be a mistake. Yeah, I've no idea. This is a lovely... This is the giant mouse Farley, which is a UK legal micarta, beautiful micarta on it. Really nice grip. The last finger sort of hangs off the end, but that's all right. It keeps it completely legal. What a super, super little knife. And it's M390 as well. So, I mean, like, I know I love my traditionals. This is modern versions of traditionals in whatever form. I still like them. And I also still like, I recently, here's one just for Zach. I recently got this little small 940. Now, I'm a 940 nut, and my, you know, I have my Grail knife as a 940. I got it. Never wanted another Grail. It's it. But this little thing is, I'm sure Zach will agree, these are just amazing, amazing little knives. I love this as a pocket knife. It's small, it's tiny. I can close it away in my hand. Nobody will see it, but yet quite easily just roll it out, use it, put it away, and nobody has seen anything. Beautiful. Knife Delights, hello and welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining the affray. The affray? I'm going back to my police days now. Now, what else? Any other questions? Did I miss any question? Give us a question and we'll... And there's Knife Delights. Please go over and check us. Big John, good afternoon. What do you think of the lower 440 and CR13, etc.? Sometimes better to have softer steels will sharpen it swiftly. I fully agree with you on the softer steel. 440C, 8CR13, 9CR18, all them little numbered steels that are now being poo-pooed by a large majority of the knife community, and I don't know why. They're every bit as good. My favourite steel is 1095, and then if I want a wee bit higher than that for retention, I'll go to 01 tool steel. And they're absolutely fantastic, easily sharpened, but the most important bit of the whole lot is they're stroppable, as long as you don't let them go blunt. Every day, cool. Oh, my goodness, boys. You actually melted my heart. I actually feel as if I'm going to get emotional. That is just such... No, Toby, thank you so much. I don't get emotional a whole lot, but that's just, you're just amazing. Thank you. Oh, gone. I'm completely gone. I've never had this before, and it's just, whoa. Let's get hot. Wow, that's just, anyway, whoa. Right. What have I got to talk about? Yes, 440C and the lower steels. Here's a knife that I don't show all it. It's a nete. It's a Spanish knife. It has a wood inlay in there, and on the back of it, it's a backlock. It just literally drops. Once you hit that backlock, it drops. You'd have to watch your finger. This is just a fantastic, it's a two-hand opening knife, an absolutely fantastic knife, 440C. Not an expensive knife from Spain, but my goodness, it looks, and it's like all steel frame, you know, it's maybe, what would that weigh? It's aluminium, actually, I think. That wouldn't weigh much more than 3 ounces. It's just a lovely knife. And again, if you've got your channel and you want knives from about the world, you have a great option out there in the world of knives that are not that expensive, that maybe don't have great steels, but I'll take this out any day. I mean, you just need a bit of leather in your back pocket. Keep it sharp. Don't let it go blunt. And again, a lot of these numbered steels are absolutely fantastic. I'm in the right chat, or am I at the casinos? I think the casinos, I can't even tell you how blown away I am. Do you know where I can trade sell knives in the UK? Yes, I do. I'm going to put that channel. It's a Facebook group, and you go on and join it. There's no problem joining. I'll put it down below in the description. I can't think of the correct name at the minute. I'll put it down below in the description, and I'll just go on to it. It's in the UK, but it seems to be really good. I have bought quite a few and traded quite a few on it. They do trading, buying, you know. It seems to be a really good channel, and it's well monitored by the people who run the channel, which I really love. So, Gabriel, please go and check that afterwards. It'll not come up until I upload the video, and then I'll put it on it. I don't know. Thank you. No problem, my friend. You're more than welcome. So, questions. Come on. Give us another one. Have a wee drink of my tea here. I have a terrible habit of talking too fast when I'm excited. As long as the heat treatment is good, it doesn't matter what numbers. Exactly, Andrew. It really doesn't. And I mean, I know I keep saying it, but, you know, there's all these big modern fancy sharpening tools. See if you keep on top of your knives. This little thing, M390 and all, if you keep on top of the sharpness, little 10-pound Victorian ox sharpener will bring your edge back a little strop, and you, at the end of the day, and your knife is ready for the next day. Can you talk about your sailor experience? Yes, I'll talk about my sailor. I joined the Navy when I was 18 in the year of 1977. And I joined up as an ordnance electrical mechanic, which is a branch that's no longer there. I went through about 3 different branches. They keep changing the names, as in all navies. And my first ship was probably the best ship I had for travel. I traveled halfway around the world for 7 months, up and down both sides of America, Canada, Mexico, down into Panama, through the Panama Canal, the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago, just too numerous, and a lot of places around Europe. I had an absolute ball as an 18-year-old. Just 18 and 19-year-old had an absolute ball. And I stayed, it was an electrician who was basically, and I stayed that way on for about 4 years. And then I got drafted to submarines. And it was a compulsory draft. I didn't get a choice. They were short, so they were just drafting people. And that's the Navy. You do what you're told. Paddy, have we got any Hopcroft knives? Not yet, but I do want one. So after 4 years, the only way I could get out of going submarines was having burst eardrums, which I wasn't going to do, was becoming a PTI, which I wasn't fit enough, or becoming a naval policeman. So I branch changed to the naval police so that I didn't go submarines. I've just got married, just had my first child, and I just didn't want to leave that behind. I wasn't ready. So I changed to naval policeman. And I'll be honest, my first 4 years were not full of amazing, this is George Washington. I don't know whether I've been on that one or not, but it sounds really familiar. I'll talk to you again, Clement Blades. I'll talk to you on that. I was on quite a few. I watched Top Gun on a USA aircraft carrier in America, which was just fantastic. But anyway, in 81, I changed over to the naval police. And then for the rest of my career, up until the last year, I was a naval policeman, which is doing shore patrol. And then when you go on ship, you're in charge of discipline, you're in charge of leave, travel, post, anything to do with the law as well on the ship, which I just thoroughly enjoyed. You're not particularly well loved, but hey, I'm not that bad a person that I was hated with the people I served with. If you didn't know me, probably you get that. And in the Navy, we're called Alsatians. That was our nickname. But I enjoyed my time as a naval policeman. But sadly, the last 2 years as a policeman, I drank far too much. And I was drinking at home. I was drinking aboard a ship. And I got myself into an awful pickle. I lost my wife and children left. I went to my second in command of my ship that I was on at the time and asked for help, and I was taken off the ship, put in cells, and then I had to go through the Navy's basket weaving course, we called it, for the mentally not there, and done their alcohol abstinence course, because they don't call you an alcoholic in the Navy. Done it, and I got court-martialed, and then after they kept me in, I got busted down to AB again, which was humiliating, but I deserved it. I got busted down to AB and spent my last year at the submarine base letting people in and out of doors, which again, humiliating. But what my self needed was humiliating. So I got about a year off alcohol, left the Navy, and then within 3 or 4 months when I left the Navy, my marriage wasn't going to get back together again, and I went on a drink again for about 6 weeks and lost all my pension money that I got when I left the Navy. You get a lump sum and then you get a pension when you're 60. Blew all my lump sum, ended up back over home in Ireland at my dad's house with no money, nothing. And then proceeded to drink for another wee while before my father helped me get into a mental hospital in Northern Ireland that does alcohol abuse. And I got sober, and that was in 1989. That's when I left the Navy, but I got sober later that year, and I've been sober now for 33 years. But it was a struggle in the beginning. Even after 5 years, I had a mental breakdown, had to go back into the mental hospital again for about 6 weeks, got myself sorted out and came back out again. But again, from 1989 till now, I've had a second life, and nobody deserves that. You're only supposed to have one life, and you're supposed to live it the best you can. But thankfully, my God, give me a second chance at life. I have a new family. I got remarried, and we have 10 children between the two families. We have 23 grandchildren between the two. So I've been given a second life, to which there's nobody else but the man upstairs I can give praise to that. I'm not getting religious, but to me, that's it. He got me through that, and I'll never, ever, I don't think I could ever be any more grateful to anything else. So I know it's a bit of a sad note. And don't forget, during my time after I got sober, my son committed suicide when he was 26. So I've had a life full of ups, downs, but I'm on an up, and I'm on that level plane, and that's what I call an up. I don't like to get too high. I don't like to get too low, because usually bad things happen. So I keep on an even plane. So I've been very, very fortunate, very lucky. Please do not feel sorry for Paddy. I have been given a second chance at life, and I grabbed it, and have grabbed it with both hands. And I have a beautiful wife, and we call them stepchildren. I don't, they're just my children, and been very, very fortunate. So there you go. I hope that wasn't too much of a downer. I try not to get down, but sometimes it's just a truthful story. Do you know what I mean? Somebody asked a question, so if I'm truthful, people know who I am, where I come from. And sometimes I'm not very good with bullies. I'm not very good with people like that. And I've gone into rows on YouTube with people who I think are bullying others. You know, I'm not this little angel, but there's a couple of things in life that I just don't accept, because I've seen too much of it. But there we go. Now, that's quietened you all. You've all gone. Now, give me a nice question. Give me a nice question now. And I don't mind telling you that, because to me, you're my friend, so I don't mind that at all. And I'll let you know you are. And I'll answer any questions that anybody wants to answer on it, especially suicide and things like that, because that experience never leaves you, never goes away. It just gets livable and no more. But that's life. Life is not meant to be easy. Right, boys, have you all hidden away behind the couch? I'm sorry. Give us another couple of questions, then I'm going to head off and go and play with the children. Probably sure. Happy to think of you as a mate. Thanks, Big John. Thanks, Big. I really do appreciate that. And we are all mates. So, how many sailors have I got watching now? There's what, 24 here? How many sailors in that 24? Thanks, Jersey. You know the story anyway. You've been around a long time, and you'll be one that will be on my podcast channel too. Andrew, what have you called your new puppy? It's called AJ, and the daughter who brought it down for my wife is called Angela Jane. So we decided AJ was the name of it, and there you go. Knife Delights. I know you were a sailor. I've been watching your channel. Nice to see you on here. Yes, it was a good life. I spoiled it by the drink near the end, but I had an awful lot of experiences and met some amazing people all around the world. Do you know, honestly, Toby, you're doing a good job, Mr. I'd rather have liquor than beer. Yep. It's just, thankfully, it's something I haven't missed once I got sober properly. Got her on. See you. Knife Delights. So thankful you came along. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, this little commute. Is that another one? Oh my goodness. Oh, I've just seen what's come up. Oh my God, Toby. Oh, I didn't realize it was another one come up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not going to buy, well, I am going to buy a Rough Rider, and then I'm going to buy a really nice knife, a keep knife for the channel for all of you who donated, and especially, there's no especially, but Toby, you've just made an old man very, very happy. I would hope it, so happy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, look, folks, there's not that many questions coming in. I'm going to go and see the family. Then I'm going to watch the England ladies play in the final at Wembley of the European Cup. On Wednesday, old Sailor Clemens. Yes, I thought so. I'll have a wee chat with you later. Now, when I say later, ask William. It could be in a week or so. I'm a bad communicator. Not because I don't like doing it. It's just I've got so many other wee things going on in my head, and right, I forget. I'm a terrible forgetter. So if I don't contact you, you contact me. Everyday Cody, thank you so much for your help on this, and the money that's been. It's just I'm just made up. Go England. Already. Thank you so much, and I'm going to get emotional. I'm away. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for sharing. I'll see you on Wednesday night for Paddy's new podcast, and this is going to be a properly arranged one. See you then. Love you all. Bye bye now. Bye. Are you sure you